Hey guys, Nacia D. Feliciano from AttitudeOn10.com coming to you live from my home. And today's video is about the credit hack that I mentioned in my other one. So this video is inspired by previous videos that I made about Housing Connect and affordable housing. However, this is not just for people who are applying for housing, it's for everybody, right? So I'm gonna give you the 2 hacks, I swear, that will build your credit in 1 year. I'm gonna give it to you in straight English. I don't have, I think I made like a video, I might put like clips in it. I made a video before of it. I was talking mighty low because Miley was sleeping and she was in the bed right next to where I was recording, and I'm still trying to get it together, like where I'm going to record, how I'm going to record, and all this good stuff. But I just want to get the information out. Excuse me. I'll get all of the specifics of everything else down later on. So I'm going to give it to you in plain English. It's 2 hacks. The 2 hacks are, write this down. 1, low balance. Okay? Low balance and no balance. Look, I know you're probably like, duh, like what is she telling me right now? But bear with me. There is a difference between, okay, having a great credit score and having great credit history. Yes, there's actually a difference. Like, you can have a score of, let's say, a 750, and my score be like 620. But when these lenders run your score and your credit history, they'll see that at 720, you have no history. You have 1 card and your balance is at 0. That's a hack. That is a hack if you have a card that's open. So one thing's for sure, you have to have an account. You have to have an account. I'm going to add a clip here, I guess, of the last video that I made because I want you guys to get that part. But you have to have an account, okay? You have to have an open account. Without an open account, you have no credit. And no credit is just as good as bad credit, right? So you have an account. If you keep your account on 0, for the next 6 months to 12 months, your credit score is going to go haywire. It's just going to happen because you don't have a balance, okay? And regardless, the credit cards are going to take their monthly payments regardless, okay? Now, if you want to build it with a good credit history, now, listen to me now. You want to use your credit card, okay? Use your credit card on a reoccurring bill. The way I did it was I was using my credit card for my light bill. And because I was already going to pay that bill, I would pay the whole balance before my credit card bill was due. So the payment was in and the balance on 0, but I was still using it. So I was building credit history. Okay? Keeping a low balance because I was only using it for 1 reoccurring bill. And then I was building credit score by just bringing my whole balance down to 0 monthly. So I was doing both hacks, okay? Both hacks. Within a year, I was getting crazy offers. My credit score went up, and this is after dealing with derogatory marks, dealing with a collections account that I had, and everything. So I just wanted to give it to you straight, like really quick. And now I'm gonna add the video that I did like record before. Please put some headphones in or something because it sounds really low, but I go into details more. So that was just like a quick of what you're gonna see in further along in the video, okay? I hope you guys like it. Please comment any questions that you may have. I'm gonna try to add as many links as I can. I'm gonna add how you can get your yearly score for free, where you can find some information about like dealing with derogatory marks like collections and stuff, because you have some legal loopholes that could probably get you out of some stuff. And also the information for Capital One secured account. They're like the best card ever. They practically approve everyone. And that was my first card. That's how I started building, and I had a secured account. And you can learn more about that too. I wish you guys the best of luck. again, I'm gonna add now the video. Put some headphones in. It's pretty low, and I look, you know, I always look. I don't really care. I'm just here to give you the info and be here for you. So again, Nation D Feliciano from AttitudeOn10.com. Please subscribe to my videos, as I have a whole lot more of juicy, success infused, and motivational information and content coming up for you guys. So look out for that. And thank you for watching. Hey guys, so Nature D back. It's gonna seem a little confusing. I'm wearing a completely different outfit from yesterday. So my phone died while I was recording, and then by the time I went to charge it so that I could restart the video so that I could continue back on the credit mind hack and the credit score hack video, I had already put my baby Mighty to sleep, and I was exhausted from partying and having some fun and shopping all day. But I'm going to jump right back into it. So, where I left off, I was talking about the fact that you need to have an open account, you need to have on-time payments, low balances, or no balances. If you don't have any of these things, then you don't have credit. And not having credit is the same as what? Bad credit. So I also want you to know that you can have, actually, and I learned this later on, right? You can have great credit, but not have any credit history. And credit history sometimes can be good credit. And I know this sounds crazy, right? Because, like, you can have a score of, like, let's say 750 or 850, just by not having a balance, or keeping your amount of money that's available on your cards very high. So basically the same thing, low balance, right? And some people can do it. That's actually one of the hacks, by simply just not using your credit. But you have to have an open account, and regardless, you're going to pay for it. So I want you to really understand that concept too. You're going to pay for it regardless. Like, for example, I have a card that if I don't use it, they're going to take a minimum, a very, very minimum of $5 per month, even if my balance is at zero, meaning I haven't used the card, I don't use the card, but if it still exists, they're going to take $5 as a payment regardless if I use it or not. But if I don't use it, then my score would just go up and up and up, because the balance is going to remain high. So the proof of money management skills is what gets your credit history going, right? So this is the process of, well, he or she knows how to handle a certain number of accounts at the same time. So your timeline and the number of open accounts that you have, okay? Also, your inquiry. So inquiry is just a fancy way of saying how many times you've applied for credit. Your inquiries and the number of open accounts do make a difference. Okay, it does make a difference. If you can show that you can juggle 2 or 3 accounts at the same time, it shows that you're responsible. It shows that you have good money management skills. That's basically all that's doing. As opposed to a person who has a 750 or 850 because they just don't use their credit. And guess what? That is a hack. It's a credit score hack. Your credit score will go high, but when these creditors and maybe the bank, or maybe an investor, or maybe a landlord runs your credit, you won't have a history. So there's no history for them to see of a timeline where you had these numbers of open accounts and on-time payments. But yet, if they see that you have a few inquiries, that you try to get more credit without being responsible with the ones that you already have, it will affect your credit score negatively. simple math, right? Also the account types that you have. So to you want to make it so that you diversify. So I have a bank card, a retail card, and a travel card. So you want to have different types, right? And then I have other debt. Like, I'm just keeping it real. I have my school loan from when I went to school and got my degree. I have a collection an account that went into collection with T-Mobile back when, and I dealt with that. But I'll get more into that in a few. Let's go on to the next thing, right? So you guys get it. You have to have an open account to have any type of credit, okay? On-time payments, low balances, or no balances can help you pick your score up from each one of these levels. And then of course your credit history. Credit history can be credit score. It's a different thing. Your credit score is just how much money you have on here, on your cards, because you could have a low balance and therefore it skyrockets your credit score. That is a hack. And then you have your credit history. Your credit history is your timeline. Okay? I just want you guys to understand. So, how to start building your credit like a pro, okay? And like a pro, I mean like a beginner pro, duh, right? Because this is for people to build it from nothing, or if you already have it and you have bad credit, okay? So if you already have credit, diversify your accounts, okay? If you have only retail cards, or if you only have travel cards, or if you only have whatever it may be, diversify your accounts, because that looks good on your credit history when you run your credit score. Clear your balances or lower them. That is the number one hack. Keep your balances so low that it brings up your score. That alone will bring up your score in a matter of 6 months to a year tops, okay? Stop inquiring for a while. Seriously, it just looks bad. You know, it's like if you can't manage the money that you already have. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are situations where you say, hey, I need a couple more dollars. By all means, inquire only if you know that your chances are good and your chances are high of getting approved. Because the truth of the matter is this: they are going to hit your score regardless. So if you do get approved, you're going to lose points. And if you don't get approved, you're going to lose points on your score. So, just stop inquiring for a while. Okay, so that's if you already have credit, right? If you already have one card, or you see that oh, well, I could diversify, or maybe I should lower my balances, or I can stop inquiring for a while because it's not doing anything for your score, okay? Work with the credit that you already have and build from there, and then you can continue inquiring. Only when you're sure that you're going to get approved. So, no credit or bad credit. Now we're talking. This is where I started, okay? So I'm going to tell you right now. I started with bad credit. Not no credit. I started with bad credit, okay? I owed T-Mobile $980 because I lost my phone, and in a matter of a few hours, someone made calls to Colombia and God knows where else, okay? By the time I called and told them that I lost my phone, I needed them to turn it off, they told me that someone was on my phone at that same moment making a call to Colombia. Do you know the audacity of T-Mobile to still try to charge me even after I made a police report that my phone was lost and being used at this point to make these calls? Long and behold, here I go. I owe T-Mobile. About a year or two passed. I was not going to pay $900 and something for something I didn't do. I received a letter in the mail. They officially sent my account to collections. I was so young, I didn't even care. I didn't even know. If I had someone to tell me what I'm telling you now about credit and keeping it as simple as I'm trying to keep it right now, I would have done differently. So, long story short, I gave it a few years. However, by the time that I said, well, I want to get rid of this feeling and I want to build my credit, I started to see the uh, benefits um, of building my credit. So I called the collections and I negotiated. Okay. I negotiated and I paid out of $930, 980. It's one of those. I paid $300. Why did I pay $300? Because these collection companies will take basically any amount that you give them. And actually, by law, they have to prove and validate your debt once it's into a collection agency. There's so many loopholes, and I'm going to add some links, and I'm going to add a nice little description so you know what you're clicking on. That'll let you know what your rights are in case you are starting off like I did with bad credit, with you know, anything that may be in collections or any unknown charges that you may see on your credit score. And you can use Credit Sesame, or I personally use Credit Karma, and it is lovely. They actually help with everything. They even give you advice and point you in the right direction if you want to continue to build your credit. So continuing on, I I didn't need a secured card because I actually settled my collections account, right? But if you have no credit, they will approve you for a secured card. And a secured card is just you putting your own cash in, and they'll match it for a certain amount of time, and then you start building your credit line. That's how that works. You can look that up. Get a secured card, okay? Work on derogatory marks. So a collections account is the derogatory mark. Anything where you would owe, or anything that you see doesn't make sense on your score, you might want to work on those things, okay? You can call them, you can dispute it. Again, I'm going to add links below the video just so that you can go ahead and find out what your rights are and what you could do about those marks, okay? Because there's always a way to do something about it, okay? Pay your whole balance every month. That is probably the best hack ever. If you want to like really hack your credit score within 6 months to a year, you would use your card, okay, purposely on a reoccurring bill, okay? And you could do this actually for both, right? So, and then what you would do is you would pay your whole balance every month. And that is like confusing, right? The algorithm. And it's also like, what it's doing is it's keeping your balance on zero, but it's also giving you a credit history by the usage of your card. Does that make sense? So it's actually both hacks at one time. So you're keeping your balance on zero, but you're also utilizing your card, which gives you a credit history. So that's what you can do. You can hack it with no usage for a while, and then work on the history, which is important, because if you do no usage, right, it is a hack. No usage is a hack because you're still going to pay monthly. So you have no usage, your score is going really high, okay? But there's no history. It's just a card that's sitting stagnant, okay? So after a while, when you bring your score up, right, where you want it, you can start using it and still paying off your balance and kind of keeping a balance, which shows creditors who run your credit that you are responsible and you know how to keep a balance. See how that works? And again, no inquiries till at or close to 600 credit score. If you hit a 600, you can try your luck with one inquiry. If that fails, it's just a sign that you need a little more time, a little more credit history before you get approved. That's all that is. And trust me, once you even open up an account, you're going to receive all types of stuff in the mail. You're going to receive phone calls for offers. Uh, it's endless. You have to be smart enough and disciplined enough to say, no, I just opened up and I know I don't qualify for that yet. Because as soon as you hit check to see if I qualify, you took about 20 to 30, maybe 40 points off of your credit score. Okay? Just letting you know. So next, I want to talk percentages. Very simple. Okay? I took college math twice. Okay? I don't do the nothing, actually. I know your basics. Adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, and counting money. Could do those things for you. Now, the more money you have, the higher your score. Simple. Again, with the balance. It's all about your balance. So I'm going to give you an example. You have $100 credit limit. $100. I'm keeping it very simple. $100. Okay? The less you spend of those $100, the higher your score will be. You want a ratio, okay? So what you would do is, okay, you will pick a reoccurring bill. Listen, because this is the hack right here. This is how I did it, so I know you can do it, okay? You will pick a reoccurring bill, okay? I chose my light bill, my Con Ed bill, my light, because I need my light, right? So you pay it on auto with your credit card. So I would use my Capital One card and I would pay my light bill. $60. Bam. On a winter month, $60. In the summer, somewhere around $120. I have Central Air, so it happens. Don't judge me. And then what I would do is I would pay off my balance with my cash, with my debit card. I would pay off my balance. So the same $60 that I used to pay my light bill, I would then turn around the next week or the following week, and with my regular debit, with my direct deposit from my job, I would then pay those $60 back on my card. Okay? So what that does is showing usage. Here goes history. She uses it every month. I use it every month. Every month. I am using this card, this credit card, for a reoccurring bill. Okay? And then I would go and I would pay it with my debit. So I would use it, pay it. Use it, pay it. Use it, pay it. The whole balance, not the minimum. And if in any month I felt I could only do the minimum right now, that's fine. At least you're making a payment and you're still under 20 to 25% usage on the complete amount, right? So the rule of 25% utilized maximum, okay? So again with the $100, right? So the $100, you have a $100 limit on your credit. And you go use $50 to pay, let's say, your Boost mobile phone bill, right? And you say, okay, I remember I'm supposed to pay off that balance, right? Those $50, you're supposed to pay it back. But it just so happens that you can't. Pay at least $25. Because if you pay $50 out of $100, you're at 50% utilization. So you're at half already of what your balance is. You're not doing much for your credit score, okay? You're showing usage, but you're not showing if you don't pay something on that you're responsible enough then to pay it, right? Or that you should be trustworthy for any loans or anything you might want going forward, right? But if you could pay the minimum, which is usually about $25, and you could just at least keep up with those, then you'll be okay, okay? Even if it's not like a high score, it still shows that you're on time and you're being responsible with your payments. But at $100, if you use 50, pay off 25 of that so that you can keep your credit card utilization at 25% maximum. You could do this with any amount of money, right? If your credit limit is $300, then and you used 150, you already know you're at 50%. You know you need to bring that balance down to under 25%. Okay? So it's a very easy percentage. It's not like, you have to find out what 18.3% is of 100. No, use 25%. Okay? Break down whatever your balance is into 4 parts. And then say, out of these 4 parts, I can only use 1. So you always have a 75% left of your balance just sitting on your card. That's going to help your score go up. Trust me. Okay? So again, 25% utilization. Break down whatever amount it is that you do have into 4 parts. Divide it by 4 and make sure you only use 1 part of that 4 of that pie. Okay? That's how I kept it as easy as I could for myself. I don't like math. And I found out the hard way that it doesn't like me me either. Okay? So do this. Okay? Now, here are what I call some attitude on 10 credit mind hacks. Okay? First of all, you didn't have it before. So I want you to think about this. When you use your card to pay a reoccurring bill and you don't pay it back, okay? What's keeping you from doing that? For example, I told you I was using mine for my light bill. My light bill has to be paid. Whether I had this credit card or not, I was going to pay my light bill. With that said, it shouldn't be hard for me to pay it because how else was I going to pay it, right? That's one of my mind hacks when it comes to paying off my credit card balance, because it's on a bill that I was already going to pay regardless of my credit card. So that's one way to think about it. Pick a bill that regardless of having credit or not, having a credit card or not, you would pay with your own cash. Because then it should be nothing for you to pay it back, right? So you're using your card on purpose. It's strictly for the purpose of building your credit. So you'll use your card, you'll pay it with your cash because you were going to pay it anyway. And here we go. We have a history going on and a low balance. History, low balance. History, low balance. Credit score is going to blow up. Trust me. You're going to pay that bill anyways. That's what I'm saying, right? That is what I'm saying. So not only did you not have it before, you were going to pay that bill anyways. So if you all of a sudden got a credit line, right? And I tell my nieces and my nephews this as well, because it doesn't even have to do with credit, right? Let's take it a step further. They're teenagers and they're just starting in the workforce. So just starting in the workforce, they're spending all of their money. And I said, hey, are you saving any money? What's the plan? Oh no, Titi, I want to get my nails done. I want to do this, I want to do that. That's fine. But how about saving some? How about looking forward to a trip or something? And it's like, oh, I try, but I can't. You can, because you didn't have it before. So how are you able to deal with life before you had your job, right? As a teenager. Oh, you're right, now that I think about it. Yeah, think about it often. So I have this credit card now. Why do I find the need to use it for everything? How was I doing everything before I got this card? So try to convince yourself that this card is very important for your credit score. So don't use it as much. Live your life the way you were before you were approved for that card. And then you can use it for what you want, and only when you're ready to be strategically smart about it and know how to balance and keep the wheels turning on your balance and your history. Your balance and your history. Only then should you really be utilizing your card. Always think about what you are really building it for. A lot of people forget this. Right now, we're all on a roll. We want the credit score because, well, this video was inspired by videos that I already have up about affordable housing and going to these interviews for these apartments. These landlords are running credit. They're running credit. And it's a shame when we have people with good jobs, good habits, great people that deserve these things, but they don't have the good credit. And it's really just a gamble with your own mind, your own discipline, and your own motivation towards what it is you want. Whether it's a car, whether it's a house, whether it's whatever it may be. Maybe you want to start a business and you need a loan, or you want to go and pitch for some investors. Your credit is so important. And again, I wish I had somebody explain it to me as simple as I tried to explain it to you today. Please let me know if this helped any, because I want you to remember this and I want it to actually work for you. But yeah, that's it. I think I covered everything I wanted to cover, and I tried to make it as simple as I possibly could have. So that was the credit score hacking video. So the two ways. So that was it, guys. As messy as it may have seemed, I'm so sorry that I'm all over the place and a lot of ums and ahs and, you know, and looking a mess. Please comment, subscribe. I have so much more coming for you. Let me know if this was helpful. Let me know where you are in your credit journey. Let me know what questions you have that I may be able to answer. Check out the links below, because I'm just trying to help you get better at this. It's 2020. Let's make it your year to get that score that you want, so that you can be approved for that apartment, so that you can be approved for anything that you want, your car, your house, whatever. Let me know what's going on. Subscribe, and thank you for watching. Nisha D. Feliciano from AttitudeOn10.com. Look forward to my next video.